that time of the year again, and the Prosper volleyball team is competing in the playoffs. They have played close to perfect up to now and show no intentions of stopping. They compete in round 2 tonight. The Prosper football team will also be in action tonight in a big district matchup against Allen. These two Eagle football teams will be playing at 7. With your highlights and analysis, this is Game Time.
We finna be on, grind until dawn. Game time.
Welcome back to Game Time. Today is Friday, November 2nd. I'm your host, Brandon Brandvold. Join with me on the show today, we have Jesse Eckstein, Gabby Mahan, and Goel Yongo. And I just want to point this out, guys. I called it. Red Sox in 5. Miss Wood, they won.
You nailed it. I personally thought it would go 6 games, but Kershaw went 0-2 in the World Series.
That actually did really surprise me.
They couldn't even get a win with their best pitcher.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Braden, you were right. But can we talk about how they could have traveled the world in the amount of time that it took them to play
They broke a record. That was so long.
7 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, I think it was the best Red Sox team ever.
In franchise history,
For sure.
100%.
They had over 100 wins and just dominated the postseason. They showed out.
Absolutely.
Well, moving on, now we have volleyball highlights from this past week.
Prosper Volleyball faced off against Rowlett on Monday for the Bi-District Championship. The Eagles came in at 32-8 and Rowlett at 12-23. The Eagles came out firing early, taking the first set 25-20 thanks to a solid team performance highlighted by kills from sophomores Nikki Steinheiser and Sammy Jacobs, who combined for 17 kills on the night. The offense was on fire the whole game as the team combined for 45 kills, and Sierra Heck, who had a team-high 15 kills on the night. The Eagles dominated the second set 25-11. With one more set win to secure the Bi-District Championship, the Eagles came out determined to finish off Rowlett. The Eagles took the final set 25-16 and won the Bi-District Championship and will face off against Compass Cove tonight at 6:30.
After this, we have the football highlights from last week.
Now let's get to the football highlights from last week.
Prosper football faced against Plano West on senior night. The seniors showed out from the beginning as they were able to establish a big lead early on, putting up 20 points in the first quarter thanks to the 2 rushing touchdowns from Wayne Anderson and 2 field goals from Cade York. Prosper's offense was firing on all cylinders in the first half and went into halftime leading 48-0. Coming into the second half, the starters were able to get some rest as multiple players got some opportunities, including TJ Lame, who scored Prosper's final touchdown in the fourth quarter. In the end, Prosper came out on top 55-7. Prosper will be playing the Allen Eagles at 7.
Now we're just going to send it over to Maggie Hale and Maya Peterson, who hit the streets to preview tonight's football game.
I'm Maya Peterson alongside Maggie Hale, and although we have our own opinions for tonight's game, we've decided to hit the halls and get your opinion. All right, Mr. Buckles, what are your predictions for tonight's game against Allen?
I think the Eagles are going to play their best game of the season, which we will definitely see the results of that. I think we will win 42-35.
Oh.
What are your predictions for tonight's game?
I believe we're going to give Theo Weiss the clamps. We're going to go 1-0 tonight and win by like 14.
We like that.
Tori, what are your predictions for tonight's game against Allen?
I don't know that much about football, but we could go home.
What are your predictions for tonight's game?
You know, I have very high hopes for the team. I think they're going to come out and put up a great fight. And in my honest opinion, Allen's reign of terror is over.
That's bold. Okay, what are your predictions for tonight's game?
There's a game tonight.
Yes.
Who are we playing?
Allen.
What are your predictions for tonight's game?
I got Prosper by 28. I got my boy Devin Haskins clamping Theo. 0 catches, 0 yards. Prosper wins big.
And I think we want Allen. I think we're gonna win about 49-24. That's my guess.
That's good.
All right, Maggie. So we've gotten everybody's opinions, but personally, what do you think about tonight's game?
I'm gonna have to go with Nico on this one.
Allen's overrated. I do agree with that statement, but I do think our boys are going to go out there and give a good fight. But that's all the time we have for Game Time. I'm Maya Peterson.
And I'm Maggie Hale.
And now we're going to do something a little different than we have in the past. We're going to have a segment. We have about 4 or 5 topics. We're going to give ourselves 30 seconds per topic and just run through them. First up, guys, we got Alabama versus LSU. Who do you guys have to win?
I'm going to go with the upset here.
Okay.
I'm going to go with LSU. They've beaten 3 top 10 teams this year and have a tougher schedule than Bama.
Definitely a harder resume.
And at home, I'm going with them.
I'd love to see LSU win, but I personally think Alabama's unstoppable
Absolutely.
right now.
Braden, I think you're right. I think LSU is going to take an L on their home turf.
All right.
No, I'm going to have to agree with Jesse here because Alabama has never seen a defense like LSU's.
Okay, next topic, Rams at Saints. Who you guys got? I got Saints because statistically speaking, they have the best offensive line, only giving up 9 sacks.
Well, besides stats, I'm going to go with the Rams. They're best team on both sides of the ball.
I thought you were like the underdog type.
Well, I was, but I'm going to stick with the Rams since the beginning, and it's worked out so far.
I'm going to have to agree with Jesse once again because the Saints cannot defend Rams passes.
Okay, what about Patriots versus Packers?
Brady versus Rodgers. I'm going to have to pick Brady here.
It's going to be a showdown
I think
for sure.
he's the GOAT, and it's at Gillette Stadium, so I'm going to go with the Pats.
I don't think the Patriots can be stopped. They're on a 5-win streak compared to the Packers coming off a loss last week.
They're hot right now.
They always show out. There's no way.
Okay, next, Hugh Jackson getting fired from the Browns.
I mean, can we talk about the biggest quote of the year? We didn't win enough.
Oh, that just sums up his career.
Very
I'm sorry, but
I mean, come on. They had a 0-16 season last year. Something
had to be done.
Yeah,
and he had 3 years to turn around.
Exactly.
He's been saying if he had more time, it would be better, but I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
Okay, next up, the NFL trades that just happened. Your thoughts on them?
Well, biggest one that everyone's talking about, Amari Cooper to the
yeah,
Cowboys.
That hit home for Goel right here.
It sure did.
I mean, I told you we were going to win.
Is it worth it, though? That's my question.
Gave up a first-round pick.
Yeah, your Super Bowl predictions are just trash. I'm sorry. They're just trash. They're just trash.
Getting called out here.
And Golden Tate to the Eagles for a 3rd, and Demaryius Thomas to the Texans for a 4th.
I think Golden Tate's going to get less touches now, honestly.
Oh, for sure. And I think they overpaid for Cooper, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for you today on Game Time. For Game Time, I'm Braden Brandfold.
I'm Jesse Eckstein.
I'm Gabby Mahan.
And I'm Goy Yongo.